And get some levels! And ramming speed! Oh, this might actually work out really good for me because he's not... Oh! He's not shooting me. But I'm getting damage on him, and I got the wind. I got the wind. Fire when ready, turds! What is going on again, Nerd Paraders? Thank you guys so much for coming back to hang out with me today. We're playing some more Atlas, and our piracy adventures take us in the direction of shipbuilding. And today, we're going to be focused on the Schooner, one of the fastest ships and most nimble ships out there, and we have built what, in my opinion, is a design that makes the Schooner probably one of the most deadly ships that could be on the sea. Now, if you take this type of build out that we're going to show you here today, in numbers, maybe 2 or 3 at a time, they're very fast, they're highly maneuverable, and they can take down almost anything. They can even take down galleons if you have enough of them and keep up the fire, just because they're that fast and that nimble. But before we get into it, let me introduce myself, guys. I am Nick, this is Nerd Parade, welcome to the channel, and thank you so much for coming to hang. Now, we're going to talk about our ship build here, our ship design, and this is one of our Schooner designs. Now, I still have this one in the dock. We're going to launch it. We're going to take it for its maiden voyage. We're going to name it, and we're going to go get some crew on it. And then we're going to try to take down some ships of the damned to show off just how beefy this little guy can be. We're also going to talk about some of the pros and cons that come with the Schooner. One of those pros is going to be the speed and maneuverability. These are great things. The con is when leveling up the Schooner, you're going to notice that every time you pump in an additional crew, you only get 0.5, meaning you have to spend 2 levels to get 1 additional crew member. That is a drawback. It's not a huge drawback, but you definitely want to get some levels under this before you go sinking galleons or start a fleet of wrecking schooner balls. One of the next things we're going to talk about here in this video is cannon placement. Now, cannon placement on this ship is kind of crucial because you're not going to get a whole lot due to space and your crew limits, but what you do have, you want to make sure it counts. So what we've done, and what I think is absolutely crucial in building the Schooner, is putting cannons at little angles. Now, if you are shooting a cannon, you'll notice that you have a little bit of wiggle room. Not a lot, just a little bit of wiggle room to aim. Your crew members are pretty efficient with the cannons. They can hit most targets, given if you being close enough. What they can't do is hit something that they can't angle towards. So we want to make sure that we're keeping our uptime on firing, on hitting ships, as high as possible. If you could get 100% uptime, at least a couple of cannons firing, even if it's not a full broadside, that's good. That's going to work in your favor. That's going to sink more ships that way. So we've done this build. Now, what we have are just a couple of ramps that are facing upward, and then some triangle ceilings to make little lips out, or little wings out, to where we put cannons down at an angle. Now, we still have the base build of the ship. Every possible plank that could be a gun port is a gun port, which is 5 on each side for the Schooner, and there are guns all under deck. That's your full broadside, if you hit 1. These are mostly to maintain firing angles on whatever may come your way. Ships of the damned, enemy players, anything and everything. Now, my specific Schooner has 2 speed sails on it. I know some of you out there might prefer the handling sail to give you a little bit more control, but I like fast and powerful. That just happens to be me, and my condolences to any of my sexual partners that might be out there. LOL, just kidding. No, realistically, fast means if the wind is favorable, you could get away. Handling means you're going to be a little bit slower, but you'll catch wind at a little bit better of an angle. Honestly, if you're sailing against the wind, whether you've got a handling sail, in my opinion, or not, you're probably running into a situation where you're going to be in a bad shape. So stay against the wind, even if you have to make 1 pass or large passes. That's why building several of these smaller schooners in a fleet is going to come to your advantage. You could do a very powerful boom, 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 and then let the other person come in and sail in from behind and finish the job for you. It's kind of a team effort, but these types of ships are solo manageable. You're going to have to get a crew of NPCs, but you can manage this solo for the most part, and captaineering it is definitely going to be a solo job. Your perch, I built the perch up so that you could see in third person. If you build too strictly and try to box in yourself, you will limit your view to only first person. That makes shooting your cannons and controlling your NPCs kind of difficult. You are vulnerable to carbine fire, like this. So, again, another one of the reasons why I wanted to do speed sail is because going faster might make things a little bit more difficult for those people with carbines trying to shoot you off the steering wheel of off the helm of your ship. But anyway, we'll get to talking about that a little bit later. What I'm going to show you now is how we actually built this. So you've got your deck down here, and this is the below deck parts. I put a little lip of ceilings here. This is optional. You don't really need this at all, but I've got a little lip of ceilings, and everything that we use on our ship is tiered. We always go for the blueprint, the tiered option on the ship, because that's where you're really going to want it. You're going to want that extra little bit of beefiness on your ship whenever you can have it. So I put that little extra tier up there just in case these ramps break. Then we've got a little bit of protection for the cannons and the NPC crew. Mandatory? Absolutely not. Optional? Yes. If you're running into structure limit on your ship and you're having problems building something, I didn't have any structure limit, but you could break some of those just in case. What I did here was place a larder on one side. There's my ship resources box and my cannon distribution boxes here in the center, and that's it. Everything else is ramps built upward, and we got a little door here just to have an entry-exit point, and then the wings. As for the back of the ship, we did kind of like the same design. We built a little wing up, I prettied it up with some of these walls and the triangle walls, and then we decorated the back of our ship with as many cannons as we can fit here. In this situation, it's 5. So you've got 5 on left for broadside, 5 on right for broadside below deck, and then 5 in the back for rear fire. So if you've got a fast ship, you're going to be firing behind you probably a lot. So this might be where a lot of your damage is coming from. That could work out pretty well because a lot of ships don't have a lot of firepower if they're chasing you in the front, which is why I put 3 cannons on this guy. If I'm trying to catch up to someone, then I've got 3 cannons that can boom right at another ship's ass. I know that sounds a little weird out of context, but just go with it. Trust me, it'll be fine. 3 cannons blasting right at its ass, but I'm a small, nimble ship. Chances are I'll overtake most of my prey. So my main focus is going to be broadside as well as rear fire, and that's why this schooner has been designed the way it is. So that's more or less the main talking points about how we built our schooner. And now all that we have to do is take this puppy out and get enough crew on it. Now currently I have 13 spots for crew members. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. 1 including myself. This is why you're going to want to make this crew, or this ship, a solo man operation. And why you're going to have many of them in your fleet to take out as many of your enemies as possible, whether it be ghost ships or ships of the damned. They're cheaper compared to a galleon, and they're highly fast and highly efficient. That's why I've been having so much fun with this build. But 14 crew members is not very strong. So a lot of our levels are going to go into additional crew. And as I was mentioning earlier, at the current state of the game, 1 level in a schooner gives 0.5 crew. That means every 2 levels you get 1 extra guy. It would be way more useful if it was 1-to-1, but it is not. I also forgot to put a bed on this ship, which reminds me of something that I need to do. Sturdiness would be a lot more efficient if you could take some of those levels from additional crew and put it into sturdiness. That would be great. Weight is we're not doing too bad. I have something like 400 cannonballs on this ship. What am I looking at? I have 340, as you can see over here next to my shoulder. I have 340 cannonballs on this ship. We're not going to burn through those as fast as a galleon, but we're doing okay on weight. So pumping a whole hell of a lot of weight in this, you're not going to necessarily need to do it. It would be nice, but in my opinion, crew takes priority. So what we're going to do is drop this ship out, take her for a maiden voyage. I'm going to solo sailor over to Freeport and recruit 13 crew members. And what we're likely going to do is decorate the front end of the ship, or the top part of the ship, as well as the rear part, so that we've got enough to take out ships of the damned, enough to level up, and then get the under part of the deck for full broadsides as a second tier. So let's release this guy. Enough talking about it. We're going to release the ship, and we're going to name you Piece of Ship. We've got the piece of ship, and we're taking to the... let me drop the sail here. We have terrible wind. Terrible wind to go to Freeport, but we'll start the adventure nonetheless. Fully open, get on the wheel, and I'll have to rotate them myself because I'm used to having crew. So let's rotate the sails and give it about something like that. All right, that's enough for a speed sail. It's not too terrible. It's not too terrible. Our destination is right over here. There's our free port, as you can tell by the Tiki Idol. And, we're going to... Actually, I lied about the wind. We've got good wind as we sail over there. Let's rotate my rear sail back to 0 degrees. Get back on the wheel. And we're sailing quickly over to Tiki Town to get ourselves some crew. We've parked our piece of ship capitally on those rocks over there, and I hopped over to Reboat real quickly since it was docked here at Freeport to get some more crew as well, and I crafted up some beds as well as some ladders that I forgot to put on the sides, which will make getting myself back on the ship much easier. There is an emergency ladder that's connected to every ship on the rear, but I like to have a couple ladders on the side just in case. We're going to talk to Kurt Russell, who apparently has been putting on vanishing cream on his face. What's up, Kurt? We need to recruit some shipmates. Can you help me out here? We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I gotta walk back, otherwise they'll get super stuck. Okay, we got you guys. We need 13 in total. I think we can get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 guys and gals. Come on. Here's our 9, 10, 11, and 12. Back out, get 1 more, and then we've got our full 13 to man our ship. Once that's done, we're going to see what we can do with it. Boop. All right, let's go put you guys on. Come on, Ugly Mary, or whatever your name is. We're going to swim out to sea. Make sure all these dudes are following me. While we rhyme, totally on point. And get on the piece of ship. I'm going to drop some ladders and my bed, which I forgot to put on the piece of ship, because I was very excited about taking the piece of ship out. And now that she's out, I realized there was things that I still needed. Ladder, snap, please. Oh, you're not going to snap. Oh, that snapped. Right over here is okay. Oh, that ought to do it. I'll just get on this one. I'll have to wait for high tide to get on that ladder, but oh, shit. Oh, come on, ladder. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. There we go. We got it. Okay. All these guys should teleport up here. And the reason why I want them to get on top of the deck is because I want to make sure they go to the top cannons as opposed to the bottom cannons. And, first things first, I need to get them on the sails. That's the most important part. So we'll use cannon. Got to make sure somebody's on a sail. Use cannon. Come to me. And we do have a level. We got a level as we were coming over here. And, oh, we got 2. So I can actually get 1 additional crewmate. So there's the 0.5. And then, boom. There, we have 1 extra crewmate on piece of ship. I'll leave it alone for now. We'll recruit more crew as we get to it. But you are going to have to come to me. So we want behavior. Want to change your distance. Lowest. So you can come right up here to this sail. And you should get it. Ah, shit. You got use cannon. Come on me. That sounds super weird out of context. I regret saying that. If only I could take my words back. But unfortunately, I can never do that. We just have to keep rolling with it. And keep assigning. Move to piece of ship. He was already on piece of ship. Use cannon. I'm just going to have to pull somebody off so I can get somebody on a sail here. Or just keep assigning everybody onto this side. 1 more. Come with me. All right, you know what? We'll do it this way. You can comma whistle, but they have to be right on it. I don't like the comma whistle. I like to use the radial menu for this. It's just my personal preference. I know some of you out there might have been screaming like, use the comma! Ree! But I just like to assign whenever I can. So we're going to change you to lowest. Come to me. All right. And we'll comma whistle you here. Did you take it? Okay, no, you're not going to take it. I think she took it. I think she got it. I don't see her anywhere. But we're going to pretend like she did. I guess we'll go take somebody off of the... You know what? Let's just recruit the next one. We'll recruit our very last crew member. And we'll make sure that they go on the front sail. There we go. That's the last one. Awesome. So both sails are currently manned because we don't have any little X's over them up at the top. And I should be able to sail off of these rocks into the fog and battle some sort of ship of the dam for levels. I'm glad that I did hit those 2 levels here for... Oh, what are you doing? Hey, what's up? Are you assigned to something or are you just free swimming? Come with me. You might have been free swimming. Where's my ladder? I'll put another one over on this side so that we can still get up. Wait for high tide to roll in so that I can get on it. Oh, ladders. You always make me look bad in games. I don't know what it is. I'm not a professional ladder climber. Don't sink. Don't start sinking. Oh, good. We're 15 out of 15. So you were just chilling. I don't know where you ran off to, but we're going to put you on a cannon. All right. We might wait for sunrise so that we can actually see in our slaying of the ships of the damned. But what I'll do is I'll start to pull this guy out of port. And we're fully crewed out. We're sailing out of Freeport, and we've got our first target. Now, my crew didn't exactly go to all the cannons that I necessarily wanted them to go to. A lot went below decks. It's fine. We're eventually going to get some levels up on the schooner, and we'll put the crew where they need to be to fire the cannons properly. But the most important thing right now is making sure that we sink these turds. Level 3, that's not bad. We sink these turds as fast as possibly, and keep our wind in our sails. And get some levels, and ramming speed! Oh, this might actually work out really good for me, because he's not... Oh! He's not shooting me. But I'm getting damage on him, and I got the wind. I got the wind. Fire when ready, turds! I need more crew! I need more crew to do this. Oh, shit. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Oh, it hit me right in the ass. Alright, gotta make sure the wind stays in my sails. I got speed sails. We don't have handling sails. We gotta make sure we are careful with this. Just a couple of shots, that's all I need. A couple of shots, stay maneuverable. A couple of shots, stay maneuverable. Get more crew. Each red marker on there is a unmanned cannon. So you can see how this would get progressively stronger as the ship kind of levels up. I'm gonna try to do a full-on, like, flip it around here as epically as I possibly can. We're taking some damage, Captain! We're taking some damage. Switch the sails. Keep the wind in my favor. Keep the damage on the ship of the damned. Gotta aim at where these guys are actually manning cannons. Outrunning the blast from the ship of the damned. Speed sails for the win. Come on, a couple more. He's down. Couple more. Keep it agile. Come on. Trying to sail circles around this bastard. I could actually recruit the... Oh, no, I can't, because I don't have enough manning power. I was going to say, I could actually recruit the ship from this ship of the dam once I sink it, but I need more levels. All right. Oh, perfect. Charge right at me, because you're not going to be able to hit. And I'm a little weaker on this side. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Switching the sails. Not reaching. That's going to hit. No, it didn't. Oof, outran it. That should hit. Boom! There it is. There it is. Do we need to go back to Freeport? We need to go back to Report. Oh, yes. We got 11 levels from sinking that one ship of the damned. Ah, 6.5. Damn. Oh, I thought we were going to get 7. Well, that means we're taking a trip back to Freeport. We're going to recrew this ship. Get even more crew. But that just gives you a small example on how nimble there's my next crew member right there. That just gives you a small example about how nimble this guy can be. And again, I'm using 2 speed sails to keep it as fast as it possibly can be. You just got to be Johnny on the spot with the shift A and D to make sure that you're switching the sails into the wind. Now, I say shift A and D because I'm using the keyboard to control this. But as long as you keep that ship with the sails facing away from the wind to catch the wind, you're going to be quick, and you're going to be able to outrun a lot of the blasts, is what you saw I did there today. Let's go get some more crew and make this guy look even more impressive going up against some more ships. Now we're going to show off what our agile little ship sinker can really do. I've got all but 1 cannon manned currently. We've been running around killing ships of the dam to level up and stealing their crew, which has been working out quite effectively. 1 cannon, unmanned. We've got a couple more levels on this ship. We'll get all of our cannons manned. But now it's time for some full-on action. I got this thing targeted, and we're going to dance circles around it, blowing it into hell. Level 14. All right, ship of the damned. Nope, we didn't get that one. But this one ought to work. And let's try to make sure that we can dance just ever so slightly around there before you start unleashing hell on me. I gotta switch my sails. Whip her around, Captain! Make sure she doesn't take damage on all sides. Oh, now we're right up its butt. Swap the sails so we get some wind. Capital captaineering. Minimal damage is being taken. Fire! Fire right at its ass! I gotta whip her around again. None of my rear guns shot because I didn't have good positioning. Ooh, that was a full-on hit. But you're agile and maneuverable. Can I outrun that? Oh, yes, I did! Over me! Sink ship. One more pass ought to do it. Make sure the wind's still in our favor. That's a little bit much. And there she goes! Boom! It's sunk! And they got one more off just for the funsies. This ought to do it for my schooner now. Completely leveled up. Let's check it out. We have one more addition. Okay, 2 levels is going to get me my 19. 19 additional crew members is what we want on the piece of ship. The rest can go into weight, accommodations, or sturdiness. Likely for this one, I'll probably put it into sturdiness, considering it's a one-man operation of just destruction, dancing around ships and destroying them. And this guy's got a couple of notches under his mast for taking out ships of the damned. Let me know what you think of this little ship build in the comments below, guys. I hope you like it. Our speedy little agile demon of ship destruction works out pretty well, but I have many more ship designs in mind for what the future of pirating in Atlas has to offer. Like I said, if you enjoyed this one, please smash the thumbs up button. Let me know that you like the stuff that way. Let me know what you think of the ship in the comments below. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to the page for some more cool videos just like this one. Or don't. Who the fuck cares? What do I know? Most importantly of all, though, I want you to remember to take care of yourselves out there. Stay awesome, and we'll catch you in the next one.